Albert could pay.
Is it Barcelona or somewhere else?
It's somewhere else cheaper.
Okay.
Barcelona harbor must be expensive.
Yeah.
It's like 70 kilometers north of that.
Yeah.
Obviously along the coast.
I can remember stopping and anchoring off the Balearic Islands, and we had a swim
Bridge nav
call.
step, please.
It's very nice. It's a good part of the world.
I've never had a swim call.
Nah. I don't think we have since the ship left the Mediterranean.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, I've mostly been on NOAA ships.
Maybe in
so.
the Caribbean a little bit. I can't remember. But then we changed the rules, really.
Can we get a quick zoom on that? I'm assuming C-pen.
Roger.
Not a rock pen.
Go for zoom video.
Zoom on C-pin. That's the luck.
So Alexis read an interesting fact on Twitter today about sea urchins. So apparently sea urchins are called sea urchins instead of just urchins because when they were named that, hedgehogs were known as urchins.
Oh.
Oh, cute.
So
Oh,
actually sea
huh.
urchins are really sea hedgehogs.
That's awesome.
That's lovely.
Well, there are sea pigs and sea
Yeah.
toads and
I
sea-
mean, I see the similarity between sea urchins and hedgehogs.
Mm-hmm.
Are you good with this C-pen, or
Yep.
do you want more?
That's great, thanks.
Okay, go wide.
Oh, a nice rock coming at you here.
Well, you shouldn't step on either.
Yeah, you shouldn't step on it.
Albert.
Yeah.
Roger. I'll
Yeah.
try. But to be fair, I've had very bad luck this year. I've gone
With
to the
stepping
beach
on hedgehogs?
3 times. I've gone to the beach 3 times, and one of them
Does sound
I
like
injured
bad luck.
myself. It's a very bad percentage.
Oh, wow.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like going to the beach.
There's some trails down there. It must be Holothurian or something.
Yeah, look at that.
Could
Or
probably
sea
take a look
hedgehogs.
at this rock here. I don't want to get too far off out in the rhubarb, though.
Just right
Actually,
next to you.
well, we're moving pretty good. Oh, look, rock.
Oh. Where'd that come from?
Seriously.
Oh, you know.
Oh, look. Big coral over there.
Hiding in the shadows.
Okay, we can take a look at that. Then we've got places to go, guys.
Yep. Since we're not allowed to sample.
Someone got a little
Somebody.
overzealous, Sam.
Can we get a zoom?
We have the push core tubes.
Yes.
And a
I wonder
lot
if
of
we could
sand.
do creative sampling.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Sarah's not interested in the sand. It's just tiny rocks.
Yeah. No, sand's pretty cool, but I don't think it would really
Won't
stay in the
there,
push
no.
cores.
I don't
Yeah.
think so either.
Oh, barnacles.
Go wide.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty.
Okay, guys, we got places to go here.
Okay.
Those are cool
Sorry, it's a
barnacles.
great looking rock. Dwight says we're late, though.
No dilly-daddling.
Yeah, I feel like
You're
Little-
still in the center of the Argus frame, Gabby. I think.
no,
there's still
the
time.
I just turned
Argus
the
is
heading.
turned
Oh,
like
Argus
a
turns
good
it.
way
I
around.
gotcha.
I'm like all the way behind. This is very optimistic, though, Dwight. I appreciate it.
No, you ask us to get it going, so bridge nav step, please.
This is driving it over there.
Albert believes in schedules.
Oh no, I don't believe in schedule. I love schedules. I cannot get out of the schedule. Like, if there is a plan, sticking out of the plan is not something that I can do.
It's not possible.
No.
Yeah, you were planning the recovery on our yesterday, whenever, and then we extended the dive, so you weren't able to do the recovery.
Yeah, but that's a new plan. I can do with a new plan. What I cannot do is like, we have a plan and let's do something else that we don't plan.
What about the theory of like plans being something to deviate from?
That's right.
Yeah, that's just somebody whose life is a wreck.
Oh,
gosh. So much
Whoa.
shade being
Not a
thrown.
fly by the seat of your pants guy,
No.
Albert.
I feel personally attacked.
I do too.
Yeah.
That's why I said it, guys.
He's looking at all of us.
Oh man.
Sprinkling some judgment here and
I
there.
mean, sometimes I do plan on just let's do something with no plan and see what happens.
But that is your
But
plan.
you
But
still have to
that's my
plan the
plan.
no plan.
Do you have
What?
anxiety during these times?
Yes.
That's why you're not in charge of the
Like-
whiteboard.
It's hysterical.
Oh man.
You'll be standing by the whiteboard. We're not meeting these goals.
No, really. Like sometimes my girlfriend's like, "Can you just like not follow the plans?" Like,
Actually, it makes it for an awesome navigator. Like, I can't argue against it. It's pretty great.
You obviously haven't sailed with Bob before.
I mean, it's fair. If people feel comfortable changing plans, it's fair for them. I just like, I feel more comfortable when I stick to plans. That's. But I understand that people doesn't want to follow them sometimes.
I'm with you, Albert. I get in trouble at home for it too.
For following
The
plans?
plan,
Yeah.
man.
Ah.
It's not a plan, it's fun. It's a plan and we're late.
Fun is scheduled from 1 to 2.
Didn't you
We should
read
be
the
having fun
itinerary?
right now.
You
And
do have a
instead we're
set.
sitting
Yeah, do
here.
It's not a plan, it's fun.
It's a vacation, not a mission.
No, I don't have those. I have missions. No
That's
vacations.
right, I know. I'm with you.
I went out of home thinking that I would do this, and that,
That's right.
and I want to get this, and that done. But sometimes you have to negotiate.
That is why these dives have been going well, because I have one of those on either side of me. I am not that person.
Bridge nav step, please.
I always make plans. I just always do something else. Always.
You see?
Which kind of describes our watches so far, actually. We'll be like almost at the 1,000-meter goal, and then I'll be like, hey, let's stop and sample for 20 minutes at the end of the watch.
No, but that.
I like your
with
style,
that,
Sam.
I'm okay because sampling is also part
That
of
is,
the
yeah,
plan.
that's part of it.
So
Yeah.
the plan is try to reach that much and get as much science done as possible. So that is part of the plan. What I wouldn't understand is saying, hey, now that we are at waypoint 5, why don't we just go all the way down again to the bottom of the seamount?
Oh, I
and go
wouldn't
up
be
another
happy with
place?
that either, because I don't like going downhill.
No.
That would.
Well,
that-
you do have to adjust your, like, if you're not seeing interesting things,
No,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
to
No,
That's right.
I agree.
try to get somewhere where there's more interesting things to see.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree with that. Right. I agree.
I mean, imagine if we didn't have these multi-beam maps. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really difficult to decide how and when and
Yeah.
where.
Yeah.
That would be complete randomness.
Is that a fish or a rock?
What?
I think it's, no, I think it's just part of the rock.
I'm starting to hallucinate.
Which one?
It does look a little fish-like.
Well, it's nice of
Thanks
you to
for
say that.
translating for me, Mike. Go for Zoom. Here, I'll help you figure out what this one is.
No, it's behind us now. This one is a rock.
That's a rock. I was hoping for like a frogfish or a goosefish or whatever it was called.
Or a mimic octopus.
A mimic. Go wide.
Well, there's a little tube worm, I think.
Oh yeah. Go for Zoom again video.
Oh.
Oh yeah, there it is.
That?
Wow.
Life.
A tube worm.
What's that doing there all by itself?
Yeah, he looks lonely.
I'm not
It's
very-
actually a mimic octopus
I
as
know it.
well.
The tiniest.
I know
Or
a name
it's
for
not
that.
a,
What is it?
hermit crab, is it?
I was just thinking that it kind
Are
of
you
looks
all the
like
way
one
in?
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now Sarah wants to sample
Okay, go
it.
wide.
There's a lot of worm casings. We haven't really zoomed on too many worms. Yeah, no.
Get some great life on these sponge skeletons.
Even in death. Very helpful.
They're kind of lovely little bits of architecture. I really love sponges.
Oh,
I do
we're
too.
killing it. We are like 270 meters.
What does that mean?
Means we'll have time to sample later.
That means that we are going faster than the schedule.
We're gonna have to start throwing things on the roof.
Reach nav, step, please.
Dwight,
Challenge accepted.
We can well, I bet we could probably grab you a rock and put it on the porch if we had to.
If we had to.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to grab a rock. Rocks
If
are
only
just
somebody
so-
gave you
We have
the
a lot
order
of
to
rocks.
grab
I
a
know,
rock.
it just
We need to
hint,
save it for
hint,
the
like
end of the
wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Do love sampling rocks. They're just the most satisfying.
We'll try to get one during dinner relief because I think we have to save it for the end of the dive.
Okay. Thanks, Dwight.
Albert, I'm thinking maybe we'll check this swing here.
Yeah.
Not
It's just
cra-
still
it's
like-
not crazy steep. It's just a little bit now.
Yeah, it's like still like 30 something meters for the move finish.
Yeah.
Do you want to finish that move and then
Yeah,
wait?
sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Then we can change the steps to 20 probably because we're on the slope essentially now.
Actually, just stop it here. If it's got like 20 meters
Yeah.
left, just stop them.
Now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Reach nav, hold position
It
please.
does get steep right about now.
Yeah, and there's one shade in Argus sonar.
All the slurps are full.
Yep.
I guess we have the flush if we want it.
Or you can sample into the flush.
Well, it's mixed in with all other stuff, so you got to be certain what it is. Or
Okay.
Oh, and the last slurp sample that we took, it reads, might need to search in hose.
That's lovely.
Little mushroom coral on the left there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See that?
Those are cool. I
I
love
really
those.
like them. Give me a zoom video. Lovely.
Awesome.
I can totally see why it's called a mushroom coral.
Yeah,
they're-
especially when we saw it when all the polyps were like
Yeah.
retracted a couple nights ago.
Yeah, they look amazing when they're in. Yeah.
It's a gas.
Not freaking him out enough. Okay, go wide.
Yeah, Gabby, scoot up in front there.
Yeah.
If we talked earlier that some corals can have, like, if a branch falls out, that might become a new coral. What if they get washed away and like they get disattached from the rock? Can they reattach to new rocks, or does that mean that the colony is gone?
No, most of the time you see like any of these like L-cyanacea, so like the primnoids or plexarids that we've been seeing, if they like fall over or get swept away, they usually die eventually because they just get covered in sediment slowly.
But they die because of the sediment cover, not because they need the base to be attached. Like, so
Well,
the
they
fact that they are attached only makes them be in the water column.
Yes. Yeah.
But if they are like
Yeah, they're
You
not
could-
relying.
You could
They're not like.
de-attach them
they're
and
not-
just leave them somewhere in the middle of the water column. And
Yeah, they'd probably be fine.
Okay.
They're not like getting nutrients. It's not like a root system or anything
Okay.
that they're getting nutrients. It's just glued onto the rock.
We're still going 355.
Yeah, we're holding position now, but the idea is to keep at this bearing. Yeah.
Okay.
$355 or $335, Albert?
335. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I tend to switch a lot, like numbers sometimes.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's horrible. When I was in the school doing exams, I always had to like go through like every time I wrote a line, like with my math calculations, I had to. Once I was done with the math calculation, I had to like check that I started with the right number and check that I went like that I was not switching numbers through the.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Through my
Yeah, I
calculations.
often got in trouble. I didn't, I would write out like more lines than less, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people just hold everything in the calculator and just,
Yeah.
or as much as they can. I'll also like write it out. More often than not, you get in
Can
trouble.
you give me a zoom?
Okay, things are looking better now. So, Mike,
Yeah.
do you want 20 or do you want to step
Let's
at
go
40?
20.
Yeah, I
Let's
think
do 20-meter steps for now, yeah.
Rich Nav, can we decrease our step to 20, please?
That one
Is that
looks
like a
like his
new
base
coral?
got
Yeah.
destroyed.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. It looks like it's like a new
Okay,
one on
go
a
ahead.
dead coral.
Partially
I wonder if it
destroyed.
reattached itself, like you were saying the other day. Thank you.
There's a bunch more mushroom corals here.
So, regarding science, like, how...
Indeed.
Speaking of the general field of science.
no. I mean, like, focusing back on what we do. I never read, like, since I'm not in that field, I never read papers on, like, on Nautilus data or in this kind of exploration. Do people, like the scientists that are interested in the data we gather, is it like they are going to publish papers in, like, we explored this seamount and we found all these different things and blah, blah, blah? Or is it more like we studied this type of thing and we found some on this seamount, or some on that other seamount, some on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
Some papers are more descriptive, like we did a lot of dives on this seamount, and this is what's here. And then some papers are more like, hey, look at the biogeography of, you know, primnoids across this whole region,
Step again?
and
Yep.
looking at what depth zones different species are in and what environmental conditions.
But a descriptive paper would be just something similar to we've been diving here, we followed that track, we find this kind of things.
I
or-
would think there'd be more like an ecological interpretation of it with the description.
Yeah, it's not just like
me a
a
zoom.
dive report.
Okay, so it would be more like this
That's
is the
good.
kind of environment that is found here, blah blah blah.
Here's
or-
the diversity, like do some, statistics with what's being
Go ahead.
seen.
Okay.
Put it into relation with what we know elsewhere. How does it compare to other habitats? What could that say about boundaries with certain animals?
But that wouldn't have any experiment, for instance. It would be
Well,
basically.
we're not doing like systematic surveys where we're counting
Yeah.
populations or anything. It's exploration, so it's a little more random. It doesn't mean you can't publish it as a science study, but it's not necessarily
You are
a systematic
very low.
experimental thing.
Right, I can almost not hear you.
And I mean, deep sea surveys are almost never statistically
Right.
sound from what you would really want to do.
I have
So we
seen.
make it work.
We had last year we had a group out that was doing systematic surveys on seamounts where they would find like a little 10 by 10 patch and run a photo mosaic on it, and then revisit a very similar patch or the same patch ideally
Yep.
with a drop camera and do another 10 by 10 and like have that be sort of a time series data set. Which was kind of cool, but that's like very laborious too.
Yeah, and people do that with ROV data. People go back through these videos or pictures and just catalog what's being seen, and they kind of try and interpolate like the surface area that we're covering, and to allow them to make meaningful numbers out of it.
That's why the lasers are so helpful.
But with the samples that Hercules can collect, so many different studies can be done on what's being seen. Even with just like what is being collected on this cruise, you know, the corals that we see that are interesting and things like that. There's a lot of downstream processing that can happen to really inform a lot more than just the visual side of things.
That's cool. Yeah, it's something that I always ask myself, because the only Nautilus publications that I see are the Facebook ones and the ones in New Frontiers in Ocean Exploration that we have downstairs. But that
Well,
is,
that laser pipeline one is Nautilus data.
yeah, I know.
So there's some
Reach Nav,
engineering.
step
There's certainly like engineering data that gets published as well.
list. Yeah, but I haven't seen any publication since that.
Okay.
You're not looking hard enough.
Yeah.
No, in
I've
the engineering side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's been some with the soft robotics and the squishy fingers and things like that.
Yeah, I imagine that.
And yeah, the maps, like that, the mapping group, Gabby's research, you guys have published those mosaics in different journals.
I think
and
so.
Papers.
I've seen that there's a lot of publications that
Have the maps in them as
have the
opposed
maps
to
in them,
yeah,
as opposed to
publications about the engineering that went into making
So
the
I've
maps.
seen in the past years, Chris, Roman, and some of his students get a lot of publications in other fields that are not underwater robotics or or ocean engineering, because they process some of the data of those
some more
publications.
applied,
So
Computer vision and different, different
no.
fields.
I mean like biology or oceanography.
Right,
Oh
or-
yeah,
right.
yeah, for sure.
Because they are the ones providing the measurements for the scientists to build their studies on. And sometimes building a photomosaic is not something that you just click, you get it. It's something that you have to work on it.
Sure isn't.
Put another step in, Albert, if he's almost done.
No, there's people
Yep.
on the boat. I mean, Megan
Bridge snap step,
Lebekin
please.
is going to publish part of her master's thesis, which was on Nautilus data. You're publishing something on Nautilus data?
I already have stuff published from Nautilus data, yeah.
Yeah, I published stuff from the Gulf that was collected on Nautilus.
Great.
That's good. That's cool. Do you have? Does OIT keep track on how many publications and what? How valuable are them? Like in terms of
Citations.
impact factor, citations, and blah blah.
Yeah,
blah.
Nicole Renault.
Because
she,
I guess that's
she does that.
I guess that's also a way to evaluate and try to ask for funds. Like if you get out of what we do really good publications, well, not you, because OIT is not doing the publications, but the community. I
No,
guess
but usually one of us are co-authors on the paper, and we track it as a Nautilus or a OET.
Cool, that's
you know,
great.
collaborative publication.
Do we list any papers that use our data like on the Nautilus Live website at all, like for people to go?
Unfortunately, no, not really. No, not
I
that.
know Ocean Networks Canada does that. I don't know if it's that useful, but it's.
No, I think mostly our efforts go into the oceanography supplement, the Frontiers of Ocean Exploration, and then everything is cited in those papers, and there's often a summary of things, overview summaries of, what we accomplished.
Bridge snap, step please.
We have definitely moved into mushroom coral heaven.
They're
Yeah.
We saw
really
like
everywhere.
one prior to this watch, and now
Yeah.
there's like dozens.
Yeah, these are different species than the one we saw yesterday.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yes, the one we saw yesterday was endemic to this region.
Uh-huh.
Because remember we made fun of Steve for saying south, what did he say, Southwest
Yeah.
Pacific or...
Oh, yeah,
We didn't make fun.
You did, Albert.
No.
If anyone was going to do the making fun, it's probably Albert.
That's a language barrier. We didn't understand each other.
Uh-huh.
I was not making
You've
fun.
already outed yourself on that one. You say that every time. You always call it a language barrier.
What can I do? It's an easy way out. I was not making fun. I was just saying that we are in the northern hemisphere. And the Pacific Ocean goes like from the top to the bottom. Like it goes from the most northern side to the most
So
southern.
where in the Pacific would you say that we were?
Western, central western.
Central Western.
No? What would you guys say?
It's more central than western. Equatorial Pacific.
There you go. That's good. We are one
That's
degree
very
north.
specific. I like that.
Bridge snap step, please.
I like to just call it the super West Atlantic.
Super west.
The antipodal South China Sea. I don't know. What are we antipodal to?
Well, we're
I am
almost at
antipodal
180,
to
so
Samoa.
it'd be,
Oh, so like the
The
North
internet-
Sea,
the,
the Baltic?
yeah, the prime meridian,
Oh, the Med.
the Med off of Western Africa.
Okay.
I was so disappointed. I looked that up as a kid for my hometown, and it was just like,
Yeah.
obvious, you know, it's like the middle of nowhere in the ocean.
Oh,
But as a
man.
kid, I was like gonna find out if someone lived there.
That's cool.
Call. Make your parents pay the bill.
Yep.
Try to dig a tunnel to get there to the center of the
There
earth.
might have been some tunnel ideas.
I looked it up like a while ago, and it is very close to Samoa
For you?
for me. Yeah,
Oh, really?
Oh, that's wild.
yeah, it's slightly southern than that, I think.
Where'd you grow up, Sam?
Olean, New York.
Oh, I'm from Rochester.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Usually no one knows where Olean is.
I know exactly where Olean is.
That's funny.
I'm from south of Rochester, little
Nice.
cow town.
Yeah, my parents are both from Rochester.
Yeah. I know where Olean is because it's on all our weather maps, and you're like, what's Olean?
Nothing.
Can you give me a
Bridge
Zoom
snap
video?
step, please.
Home of infamous marine biologist Samuel Georgian.
And a town that is inexplicably cited on all of our weather maps.
Yeah?
Like Elmira and Olean. And you're like, what are these towns? Go wide.
Is it a small town or is it a big town?
Very small. Well, I mean, like 20,000.
Yeah, I mean,
In my
it's inexplicable that it's always on the weather map.
What's the biggest thing in the area?
in the
In the small area
That's
around it.
totally fair.
in the weather maps of my region, there's it always appears like 200 or 300 population village, and that's because it's like the coldest village
Yeah,
where
yeah.
we live. So it's always like, oh, they beat the record again.
Take the bubble camp.
Okay.
Oh, could we do a zoom on this yellow guy, please?
Yes, you may. Go for Zoom. Is that what you expected, Sam?
Yeah, it's a plexard. Thanks.
Okay, go wide.
Let's
Oh,
take
look.
let's take a look at the Holothurian too.
Okay,
While we're
Zoom again. Squishy.
Squishy.
Is it a squishy?
Yeah. Well, they're firm. But they don't have a shell.
It depends on the holothurian. Some are really squishy.
I was
I
surprised.
thought we were looking at an actual kind that's dubbed squishy.
No, I
Oh.
touched squishy. Can you go wide video?
Didn't we see one the other day that was like brain or something? Or
Brain?
Not brain.
I was super surprised when I held one that they're like rock solid.
They are, yeah. They don't
Are
look like
they?
they should be.
Yeah, they
but
This
totally
thing is
are.
solid?
Yeah. They're
It's
really
not like a jelly?
no.
Ah, you're
They're
kidding.
shocking.
Nah.
And they squirt water on you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope it's water.
What
They
else could-
expel their guts as a defense mechanism.
Oh my god.
Huh.
And do they survive that defense mechanism?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, some do that to feed as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like they put all the feeding system out.
Yeah,
and
like
they
you can.
feed and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
feed
you'll
back?
see them on the seafloor, and they'll have all their like intestines spewing out over something they're eating,
Whoa,
covering it.
That's weird.
It's impressive.
Terrifying way to die.
Oh, this shadow. or
Breathe
something.
snap, step please.
Big, big fish under you.
There's
Yeah.
a shark right
Yeah,
under the
can you
ROV.
back up?
I cannot. Not right now. Sorry, guys.
Haha, but it's be good to look at.
That's what happens when we want to keep moving.
Maybe he'll swim back around.
Did you saw actually a shark?
Yeah.
How big was it?
It was probably about the same size as the one we saw the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, as big as the width of Hercules.
Okay.
Kind of.
Wow, I totally missed that.
I just saw its kind of dark shadow.
Saw it for
I'm
a
not sure it
second,
was
yeah.
a shark, but it must have been.
We can try and go slower just in case that we see interesting stuff. It will be easier for us to stop. I can
Well,
ask.
the problem there, we're okay to stop and look at stuff, but I had just stopped and looked at stuff and eaten up all of my buffer.
Yeah. No, I think we can just keep. This is a nice
Yeah.
pace to keep moving through this stuff.
I'll keep out front, but then like
At this rate,
when we
though,
stop
in
to look
our
at something,
watch-
we'll fall back a little and then I have
Yeah.
to catch up.
Yeah.
At this rate, we will get to the summit in our watch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's not the true summit, though. That spot there.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like the top of this thing. It's like pretty much that.
Yeah, there's still a ways to go up there.
Yeah, but there's like just like 60 meters more.
You'll think we'll get way up there on our watch?
I mean, this is 1,400 meters away, and we've done in an hour. We've done.
Oh yeah, we might do that.
We've done 500 meters in an hour.
Wow. Cruising.
Pretty good.
Look at
Breathe
these
snap,
all
step,
of a sudden.
please.
All the mushrooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, they really clump
for zoom.
together sometimes. Little
I
mushroom
really like
colony.
them when they're all retracted.
Yeah.
They're really
Yeah.
good.
Mushroom.
They're so
I
cute.
would like to know how they, like how all this big thing gets into that tiny thing.
Go wide.
Conservation of mass.
I mean, I guess they are full of water when they expand,
Yeah, they
probably.
shrink
So that's
up.
why they can retract so much.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it not that same?
I think I don't know with mushroom corals. I mean, most polyps can just retract without, it's not like they're
There's not much
squishing
like
their water out.
material
Or,
in them.
yeah.
Okay.
They're pretty soft.
surprised how good the DVL is working today.
The what?
The DVL yesterday night.
Yeah.
The
But
DVL.
they had a bad.
Was it yesterday night?
Yeah, last
Yeah.
month.
The other thing is the vehicle's behaving a ton better.
Yeah. It's
It's
heavier
just
now.
much heavier. It's just so much easier to drive.
Yeah, we have to go in this kind of really, really lighter than we want to be, and then we end up being heavier than we want to be, and that's the best we can do if we're going to pick up a lot of rocks, right?
Right.
So you get a sweet spot in the middle, but when you first go down, it's
step,
too
please.
springy.
Yeah. I was really struggling against that.
Yeah, because there are no, as far as I know, there is no ROV that actually change buoyancy or like human subs. They
So,
have
yeah.
buoyancy systems.
Yeah, all we can do is throw drop weight, right?
Yeah, but
pick
that's
up
not
rocks.
a buoyancy system. Like
No.
gliders do have a buoyancy system, the underwater gliders, but that's not within the range of things that I was talking. I bet there has to be some ROV or AUV that has a buoyancy system, because it makes sense.
There's a lot more density of life up here. It's pretty cool. Sorry I missed that shark, guys. We'll get the next one.
It's okay. Get over it.
Dwight sounds
That was so sad.
I do love corals, but you know, sharks are pretty cool.
Bridge nav, step please.
Video, can you give me a zoom?
Are they all the same, or? Yeah.
It's just night and day piloting the vehicle this watch versus last.
Well, literally night and day, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's right,
That
it's true.
too.
True story.
Go wide video.
Bridge nav, step please.
Oh, there's a nice looking one. I missed this. Give me another zoom.
Bridge is nav. Step,
That's
step,
good right
please.
there.
Thank
Oh,
you.
it's a chrysogorgid.
These are so cool. They grow so densely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a neat one.
Can you go look at that mushroom coral that's retracted?
Yeah, totally. Can you go wide video?
I was seeing one on the right side.
You want to go to the right-hand one? There's a couple.
Oh yeah.
We'll go to the right. Maybe we'll get the, there's a really big one. On top there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that is a good one.
Go for zoom video. Just a partial. Nice. That's great. Stop there.
Do they grow much larger than what we see here, mushroom corals?
This is probably about as large as I've seen them, but could be larger. I don't know.
Do you want to keep stepping or do you want to hold for 1 second?
You can keep stepping. It's pretty flat here. Okay, go wide. Are you
Reach
happy, Dwight, with that?
Yeah, I
please.
just was curious to see where the polyps are.
Oh, you want to go a little closer?
Nope. I'm
Okay.
good.
There is a lot of stuff going on here.
There's some big corals over there.
Yeah, I
on the
wouldn't.
left.
I wouldn't mind firing a Niskin up here, but are we gonna have to stop the ship for that?
If we can let us get ahead,
Okay.
and then we won't need to stop the ship, I don't think, but we're pretty far back right now.
Okay. Let's. Yeah.
And if you
Keep
want
that in
to
mind.
here, we can just stop and go back if you want.
No, that's not. That's not a stop for it.
Does it look like it's now downhill on the left-hand side?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
on a ridge now, on the spine, I mean.
Yeah, so if you want to change your course a little
Yeah, we
bit
will
to stay on the spine, that would be good.
What's
It's pretty cool to climb up it.
that's like what, like 355 0? 350?
What do you got there, Gabby?
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm sorry?
350, I think,
Yeah,
Albert.
350
Yeah.
is good.
Asking
Reach
for a
now.
heading for
Oh,
that.
okay.
Can we step at 350 degrees reading, please? Thank you, Vitaly.
The spine is pretty nice and shallow for a slope.
You still want a Niskin?
No, it's not quite as much coral up here, so let's hold off on it.
Okay.
Thanks, though.
On your left? Just two?
We have 3 left.
And one is the control.
Yes.
We could fire the control one.
Well, there's too many corals for control, not enough for.
I mean, there are plenty of mushrooms here.
Yeah, there's plexarids and bamboos, but
You may see more concentrations up
yeah.
at the top.
Because this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's
Okay.
like
I got a nice lead on
30.
you now.
30 corals here.
Can we zoom on that dark thing right in the lasers?
Yeah, go for zoom. Mushroom
just
corals.
Oh, they're
They
so
look
dark
darker,
looking. Yeah.
The thing is that they are red and they are far away, so
Yeah,
red
just-
doesn't
just
very
a-
fast, so that's probably going to become red again once we get closer.
Yeah.
I think. I wouldn't. No, I probably would bet on that.
How much?
Watch that.
Don't bet them, they're already getting redder.
I work with light systems, so you don't want to bet on that probably with me. Reach nav step, please.
Oh, there's a tiny little mushroom coral up there.
Is it? Did we get closer, Gabby?
Yes, we did.
Do they look more red now?
Yes, they do.
Yep.
Physics magic.
Physics is magic. No. Physics is physics. Okay, go wide.
Well, it is. It's the behavior of light in the medium.
Video, can you give me a zoom? I think it's just dead sponges.
I think so too.
Yeah. Okay, go wide.
Step. Bridge
Sure.
nav. Step, please.
Albert, at what time do you want to deal with the layback there?
I'm happy. Like the layback have been like this all the time. So
Okay.
for me, I don't need to.
Hey, Rock.
Which one?
The big one. I don't usually bother to talk to the little ones.
Ooh, there's a big one.
Yeah. Give me a zoom. Neat. Sorry, Dwight, did you say something?
Oh yeah, like this sponge skeleton.
Uh-huh.
I haven't really seen one that's alive. That's that size.
Yeah, I think we saw a few last night that were approaching the bigger sizes, but not today. Oh, can we do a quick zoom on that white coral to the right?
Oh, okay, yep. There's a couple of them.
Sorry, to the right further, below the yellow one.
Oh,
It's like
I
kind of
don't-
purpley looking, that
Oh.
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Eggshell.
Eggshell.
Ecru?
I would refuse to say that.
Okay, that's fair. Go for zoom. Ecru is a great crossword word. It comes up all the time. You got what you need there, Sam?
Is that a
Yeah,
bamboo?
thanks. Yeah, it looks like bamboo. I don't really
Can we go in closer?
see
Is that
the
it?
nodes,
I
but
was
the
just kinda
skeleton
thinking.
definitely looks
Okay.
bamboo-y.
I don't see any nodes.
Bamboo-esque.
Okay, I'm gonna get
Bamboo-esque.
cracking here, guys.
Yep, that's
Go
fine.
wide.
Thanks.
The new
If at any
style.
point, like, you're really committed to wanting to look at something, we'll just stop the ship.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep pushing.
No, that's perfect. Yeah.
But I'll need your help to differentiate between what those moments are. Like, you really want to look at this for a while.
Yep. No, unless I like mention that we might sample,
Okay.
or just do as much of a flyby as we can.
Okay, sounds good.
Some of these rocks do look like fish from a distance.
Oof, that's a tall coral. Wow.
Yeah.
Keeps going.
Whoa.
Cool.
Where? Oh, okay. Where does it end?
I really did want it to be like a beanstalk or
Yeah.
something.
We're like follow it back up to the surface.
Yeah, exactly. The land of the giants. Yeah. Yeah, you see the twitchy one? I have no idea.
The ship stopped now because I wanted to.
Oh, deal with the layback.
Yeah. So
Did you guys want a Niskin here?
No, let's hold off a little bit more.
Okay.
Thanks, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's step again. Bridge nav, step, please.
Dwight, I think that's a live sponge down there.
That
Oh
definitely
yeah,
looks like
there
a
you
live
go.
one.
And that's about the same size as we were
Yeah,
saying
you're right.
before.
That one's alive.
It happens.
But things don't live on them till they're dead.
Right, right.
Well,
Somebody
there's-
was saying that they think that we see a lot of dead ones because their skeletons persist. Maybe more so than other things. Like there could be some kind of bias in that direction.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're fragile, but they don't necessarily degrade very quickly because it's
They're made of
that
sand.
yeah, exactly.
So now that jumping gauge is stopped, and
Yeah.
it might have something
winch
to
is-
do with the winch is not pulling in now. But you see, now he's pulling in, it's switching.
Yeah, that pulls back. That pulls back in the opposite direction. And then the traction winch hauls against that and renders it off, right?
Wow, that's another really tall bamboo whip. Can't even see the top.
Bridge nav, step, please. So I guess we don't want to go onto waypoint 6. We want to keep going onto that ridge.
We zoom on this white guy, please, right in the center.
Go for zoom.
Can we come in any closer on that?
Yeah,
This
just give me
one right here.
1 second. Okay, you can push in video.
So
Is that what you want?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Thanks.
So
Go
Dwight,
wide?
then, do we want to go to waypoint 6 or do we want to keep on the region up north?
Albert, what was your question?
Do we want to keep on the region going up north or do we want to actually go to see waypoint 6?
Hold on a second. No, I think we can just stick to kind of following the ridge. You don't have to exactly go to the waypoint.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to go like this? Or do you want to go
I think we want to cross the summit.
like
Yeah,
this?
let's pop up and see what it looks like on the, up there.
We would rather do the second one.
Yeah, I would rather do the second one also, but you know,
It's not up to us.
it's not up to us. I regret to inform
Well, I
you.
think we're all in agreement.
That we're going over the summit?
Yeah.
That's fair. What have we here? That's lovely.
Go ahead, Data Lab.
Video, can you give me a zoom? It's a very nice looking coral. Video.
She's talking to the
Oh,
data
okay.
lab.
Video, zoom in there.
Sorry, I had a call from Ed.
Yeah, I heard. Oh,
Oh, whoa.
what's that?
What is that?
I'm
We've
not sure.
I think
Not seen something like that
oh,
before.
it's a sponge, I think.
Yeah.
it looks like a
Oh
sponge.
yeah, it's a dead. It's
Is
like
it
half dead,
dying?
mostly dead.
Interesting. We haven't really seen one
that
with
has,
this
like,
morphology
branches and
before.
things.
Yeah, we've been seeing those vase shapes a lot.
Huh, that's funky.
Yeah. Dwight, I don't think you're on SPL.
I was muted. Can you look at it from the other side?
Yeah, I'll give that a go.
Are those little snails on there, it looks like? Those little white things?
Maybe, or
Bridge snap,
barnacles.
step please.
Yeah, it's hard to see. Interesting.
Do you want to go tighter at all, or are you okay with this?
Stand by video.
Not on this page. Do you think they just naturally
You
kind
can
of
go a little
perish
tighter.
and then the animals take over, or?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we've always assumed.
That's everything I got. So
Sponge basically stops defending itself.
Yeah.
Okay, go wide. You guys happy here?
Yep.
Bridge snap, step please.
Are we ahead enough to take a Niskin here? I guess we just looked at stuff,
yeah, we
so.
can stop that
Yeah.
step.
Bridge snap, hold position
Yeah,
please.
let's do that. It's a pretty good spot.
Okay.
Gotta sample something.
It always
right.
happens. It always happens. Science always want to stop after a step.
Well, yeah, I just wait for Albert to
Yeah.
call on a step.
You can do that one, Gabby.
Okay.
What is going on here?
It's like systematically dismantling the racks. Oh, sorry.
And that be sample what?
085.